Wow, Star Wars Battlefront 2 seems much better than the first game. There was a lot of hype behind EA's first Star Wars Battlefront game, and many bought it because the hype was real in 2015, and they probably enjoyed it despite the game having any real depth. While DICE did a fantastic job with the presentation aspects of that game in terms of visuals and audio, it felt a little lacking when it came to the progression systems and gameplay. The game also didn't have a single-player campaign. It left a lot of players with only a handful of online modes, and that just didn't have enough to keep you coming back for more. EA themselves admitted that they needed to do a better job with the game, and after playing Star Wars Battlefront 2's beta, I think we can say that they've done just that. DICE has really dialed in the Star Wars experience here. This isn't an area of Battlefront that lacked in the first game, but DICE has once again nailed it this time around with the presentation for Star Wars Battlefront 2. At least from what we've seen in the beta, this is going to be another treat for Star Wars fans. The audio and visuals come together to form what looks like one of the best Star Wars games to come to consoles in quite some time. This game is dripping with fan service. From the incredible musical score to the sound of blaster fire humming through the atmosphere, Star Wars Battlefront 2 puts you on the front lines of the battle, allowing you to play with numerous soldiers, classes, and heroes from the Star Wars universe. They had a high bar to pass with the standard they set in the 2015 release, but by all accounts, this is a much better looking and better playing game. But they didn't just make it look better, they beefed up the progression system and customization options for the game. And this is one area that DICE's first Battlefront game didn't really have all that much to offer. It seems like they've definitely learned their lesson in Battlefront 2. There is a ton of customization and progression in the game, and that allows players to unlock and earn cards to customize each type of character. They can all be outfitted with star cards that give them special abilities in battle, and weapons in each class can be modified with crafting materials in the game. The game will feature loot boxes though, and in them you'll find things like new heroes, poses, skins, and other items that can help you in the game with special abilities, or items that are purely cosmetic. This progression and customization spans across every playable character or vehicle in the game, which makes playing one of those characters or vehicles unique to each player. This includes starfighter ships and hero ships that feature unique handling and abilities. Heroes can be upgraded, reinforcement units can be upgraded as well, and standard units can all be upgraded with these cards. It really appears that DICE has listened to the portion of the Battlefront audience that were hoping for a little bit more depth out of the game. While there are some similarities, multiplayer has been completely reimagined. It works much differently this time around in Battlefront 2, taking a page from what they know in the Battlefield series. DICE has introduced true class-based gameplay for this game. In game modes like the massive Galactic Assault, this system feels great, with each class playing an essential role in the attempt to assault or defend the objective. Players can use the aforementioned customization cards to give characters different abilities, and can also switch on each respawn as the objectives change. The classes are Assault, Heavy, Specialist, and Officer. Each has a specific purpose on the battlefield with differing weapons and abilities. Playing as any class, you can earn battle points, which then can be used during a match to call in faction-specific reinforcements. These can be hero units like Darth Maul, Han Solo, or others, but it can also be things like powerful land and air vehicles, or special units with powerful abilities. Each of these reinforcements will cost a different amount of battle points, and as you can imagine, the more powerful ones, like the hero units, will cost the most. This contrasts to the original game where you basically ran to an icon and hopped in a ship, or stumbled upon a hero icon to become one of the iconic Star Wars heroes. This time around, doing well and earning points by getting kills, playing the objective, and doing other things allow you to play with the most powerful units in the game. This class-based system works across the game's 5 multiplayer modes. But if you're not ready to jump into the competitive multiplayer, there are modes for everyone. There's a new story mode that the first game did lack. It's an untold story in the Star Wars universe that bridges the gap between the events of Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. A Special Forces soldier named Iden Versio is the leader of an Imperial Special Forces group known as the Inferno Squad. This single-player mode will have you controlling numerous characters in the Star Wars universe, and a single-player mode that has a story to it is a welcome addition to this game. There's also an arcade mode for the game that allows you to face off against the AI in battle scenarios, playing as either the dark or light side, which allows you to earn stars based on your performance. At launch, this will feature both custom arcade scenarios, split-screen co-op against a computer, or versus in split screen. Now, there are some uncertainties here. We can't say that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be a masterpiece, but it is looking great. These impressions are from the Battlefront 2 beta that's going on right now. There's a lot that could potentially go wrong here. The single-player story could stink, whether it be something too short, not up to par with other Star Wars stories, or it could just in general not be very good. There's also a potential for microtransactions here, and with the crate system in Battlefront 2, there's a lot more than just cosmetic upgrades in these. We're holding off on our judgment for the time being, but Star Wars Battlefront 2 is certainly shaping up to be a better game than its predecessor.
Admiral Versio, Operation Cinder is to begin at once. Resistance, rebellion, defiance. These are concepts that cannot be allowed to persist.